Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic weekend of Formula 1 racing here on the EGL Extreme Gaming League. I'm Tipsy Bob, and joining me on the mic is my trusty sidekick and my good friend, Dad Bats. Covering all the action today, we're going to be covering everywhere from Monaco, Singapore, Abu Dhabi and Bahrain, all across the world, all across the country. A full grid lined up some of the best talent around the world. We have plucked them from all corners of the earth to give you some of the greatest racing experience viewing footage you'll ever see in your lifetime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL. There we go. All the cars are all lining up on the grid. They're all getting ready. The drivers will be focusing on their first corner. Are they going to take it? What are they going to do? Is it going to go deep? Are they going to go? Who knows? Let's take it out. Away we go! DRS is still active, and if Timo wants to get this moved on, he's gonna need to use this DRS zone, because I have a feeling... Oh no, Timo comes under the pressure in the traction zone. My friends come out and another overtake on 1.3 frame mark. This is round 3. Off the track! Timo cracks under the pressure once again.
And Timo are oh, it's not pit. Oh no! Oh my god, this is so sorry, control myself. So Timo
I wouldn't be gonna put it so they can stand at the back together again. Just like Timo likes it.
How many times? Did you see how many times Timo tried to get into the pit?
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another race on EGL. Today we're at Silverstone, Great Britain, for SLR Tier 3. It is round 12 of the championship, and I am Icewind, and joining me in the commentary booth today is Jensen. Good evening,
yes.
Jensen.
Good evening, Ice, and good evening, everybody that is joining us in this live stream, is watching with us to this league race. We are on Silverstone. Yeah. Personally, one of my favorite tracks. I don't know about you, Ice, but I absolutely love this track.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a big driver favorite, and maybe that would have been actually a one-pointer for the race that I've listed here on the stream at the moment. So just a few points for this race. It should be an easy one-stop, soft to medium or medium to soft, depending if you actually get free tire choice. The soft is actually very, very durable in this game, so that's most likely the strategy we're gonna see if weather doesn't play into it, which is of course always possible here in Silverstone. And we'll see if we hear some predictions about what the weather is gonna be like. And then then another two things, track limits are quite tough in this game in general and also on this track, and then DRS trains are gonna be a big thing here. It's really difficult to actually drop anybody.
To interrupt you, Ice, sorry, I just read in Tier 3 General that there will be rain in the race, and yeah, we also, both of us already see the game screen. It's really cloudy in the qualifying, so yeah, it sounds about right that there is rain in the race. Maybe that's why drivers are a little bit late out of the pit. Of course, we have the spectator bug where we are a minute later, but it seems everybody, maybe altered their strategy a little bit or their setup for this race.
Indeed, and just a couple of quick pointers here just before we actually get started. So it's going to be 26 laps today. We have a previous winner from last season, Crimsonium, who is not with us today. He's on a break from league racing at the moment, and the track record and the lap record actually I think have already been broken yesterday in the Tier 4 race, so that's how fast this game is. And yeah, just a very quick look at the championship standings, where we have a Motocrosser on top with 25 points in the clear from Crochines, and then Keyboard Magnussen in third. So that's the situation on that front, and I suppose on that note we can actually get to the actual action here. So yeah.
I already paid a little bit of attention. Wimpy is leading the charge. He will be the first one to set a flying lap in this qualifying, so maybe nice to follow him on his first hot lap. I will take a look to the other drivers behind him.
Yeah, I'm on board with Wimpy, so
yeah.
He's gonna be the first to set a time on the board, but it's dry for the entire quali, right? I think that's...
Yeah, the quali should be dry.
Okay. Probably a bit cold track conditions though, looking at the weather. It's pretty dark out there. Wimpy tackles turn 1, easy flat. Approaching the first technical section of the track, slow corners, and then you can open it up for the first DRS straight. Let's see what Wimpy can do. I'm actually completely unaware of how much practice Wimpy has done for this track, but yeah, 27 flat into sector 1, that is okay, I think.
I can take a look what other drivers are doing. Mosey Gaming is doing 27.4 in the first sector.
Yeah, I think 27 flat is actually pretty quick, because I remember I've done something like 26.7 or 26.8 with a really good lap, so...
Yeah.
So Wimpy is actually on for a pretty good banker lap here, approaching Maggots and Beckett's. Gets it nicely through there, and early on power onto the hangar straight, DRS open. And,
102 flat.
Yeah, that's also pretty fast, I think. So this could be could this be a 24 straight off the bat?
I haven't really done my research in lap times here, but he's at least 4 or 5 tenths faster than the guys behind him. At least the two guys I checked. This lap looks really neat and tidy. It's a 25.4, and I think that is a decent banker lap.
Oh yeah, definitely.
By the way, Formula Chris said in chat that the game could be a little bit louder for him.
Okay.
So maybe we have to do the master volume up by 1 click.
Alright, let's have a look at that.
Crystals did a 24.9, and also Motocrosser does a 24.9. Yep. Those are some serious times that are on the board. Wimpy still in P3, so like I said, it's the first lap, it's a banker lap, shouldn't mean everything. But yeah, for a banker lap it's still pretty decent. You see everyone going through setting their lap times at the moment.
Ocean Chief up to P6 as well.
Yeah, I'm on board with Darrow 5G coming out of the last corner. What is he going to do? 28.3. That's a slow banker lap. Maybe he made a mistake somewhere. He did want to finish his run at least.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think Darrow is newly on a wheel. And that's also something that he's probably getting used to today.
Yeah, that could take some time. Meanwhile, Terror went out of the pit. He let the first lap slide. He's doing his outlap right now. So we'll take a look with him in a bit. Let you know when he comes over start finish. Terror, of course, a very experienced driver. Is on the controller. Is a typical wheel user.
Yep.
But yeah, he knows how to drive, he knows how to race, so curious to see what he can do in a little bit.
Yeah, Inferno
Most
Koi, I
of-
think, is the next car coming across the line in a few seconds. He's yet to set a time. Giannis Correa sets. Oh, and what's happened to him? Did he crash on the main straight? Yes, he did. So Giannis Correa is out of this session. Oh, that's.
Oh, that's a shame. He must have clipped too much of the inside curb
Yeah.
out of the last kink and maybe smashed into the pit wall. Terror
Yeah,
is
let's,
on the end of his outlap at the moment.
Yeah, I have the rev bug on his car, so I'll just follow him
Oh.
around otherwise. But yep, we're with Terror.
Yeah, otherwise I will update you on his sector times. Maybe we can see the last sector of Terror.
Yep, we're seeing him now live, so let's just ignore this RPM bug and live with it, I guess.
Exactly.
It is what it is. So Terror approaching the first few corners and then onto the first DRS straight, and we're expecting to see a low 27 or possibly a high 26 here to challenge the front runners, and Terror does a 27 flat, so that's right on there.
Yeah, that's what Motocross did 26.9 high actually, but Crystals, the pole runner for this moment, did a 27.0. So he's right on schedule.
Terror and Wimpy are actually teammates now. That's
Yeah, Terror is looking for 101 out of sector 2. Let's see how he takes maggots and baggots. Looks neat and tidy.
Oh.
Little bit too much curb maybe, but yeah, 102.2. So he's
should
probably
be somewhere around Wimpy.
Yeah, around Wimpy, Futuristic, and Beaumont. I think he will be between Futuristic and Beaumont. Also depends on the last sector, of course. Really technical and important sector where you can gain a lot of time if you can get on the power early. Terra seems to manage to do that. And what time is this going to be? 25.3. Managed to place it before Wimpy in P3 at the moment.
Yeah, let's see who else can we pick up out there. Flesh River, I think, is on a lap here. He's set at 27.1 into sector 1. So he's also looking to challenge the top 5 here. Flesh River, of course, tier 1 driver, so no assists from him. And choosing to challenge the tier 3 boys here today. We're allowing that nowadays for based on your pace, you can actually reserve in other tiers as well.
Yeah, 102.3 out of the second sector by him.
So just
So he's
10th
also
of Terror.
10th of Terror. So gives us an indication. I think if you want to go for pole, you need to drive a 101 high, at least there.
Yep.
But let's see how he does the final sector.
Bit hesitant maybe. They're out of village, but yeah, across the line, and it's P7 for Flesh.
Yeah. Wimpy 2000th of his time out of the first sector.
Okay, let's hop on board with Wimpy and see what he can do. Attacking cops, easy flat in this this game and this year's cars.
Wimpy is looking for a high 101 out of sector 2. He really throws the car in nicely in maggots of baggots. Ooh, almost went a little wide there. Yeah, 101.9. Yeah, a little bit.
I think his last sector wasn't too good on the last lap, so maybe he can, if he can hook this up, he'll probably go somewhere ahead of Terror, maybe.
Stowe looked really good by him, by the way, so let's see what he can do here.
Yeah, looking good for Wimpy, and Wimpy across the line goes 4th, just ahead of Terror at 1/10.
He did improve to
Trading
10th, so
blows.
that's, yeah, exactly. Kebab also improved to P7, 5/10 under his time. We have Beaumont is 1/10 up on his time. He abandoned the lap and goes into the pit. Fortunately, he didn't took the meter board away. Ocean in a lap. Got some slipstream from a Alfa Romeo car. Couldn't see his second sector time, but seeing he is continuing this lap, he must be improving. Good traction out of the last couple of corners. What is this going to be? 5/10 improvement by Ocean Chief, puts it in P7 at the moment.
Yeah, but I've seen Chief do a 24.9 in 2 SRL Tier 3 this week, so he's definitely got some time left there on this lap.
Okay, yeah.
So Chief will still have time to go to the pits and go for the final run.
Inferno Koi 2/10 up in the first sector, is now approaching Cop's corner. He might be the next one to set a lap time.
Yep, looked good through there.
Let's check his... Yeah, go ahead.
Maggots and Beckets, yeah, and gets it pretty nicely. Maybe a tiny bit wide out of there on the exit, but let's see what the clock thinks. 5/10 up, so it's looking good for Inferno.
101.9 should place him around Wimpy at the moment. Ooh, had to lift a little bit. Did you hear that?
Yeah, couldn't quite get the nose in quite the way he liked into Stowe there.
Yeah.
And, a little bit of a lift there also in the middle of the final corners, but he should still improve. He improves and goes P10.
Yeah.
I'm seeing in chat some reports that the track feels a bit slow, which probably is true, but considering it's probably pretty cold out there, looking at the weather.
Exactly. That will definitely be a factor. Also a factor, like someone said, maybe wet setups. Maybe drivers go for a little bit more downforce, which compromise their straight line speed.
Terror starts his next lap. I think Terror also has some time on the board left, so let's see how he can hook up this lap.
Yeah, Terror timed this perfectly, because if he doesn't get this lap in, he can go to the pit and go out for another set. He did improve in the first sector by a bit.
Yeah, fractionally up for Terror. Let's see. Next up, the Cops should be easy flat, and it is.
Yeah.
Toward Maggots and Beckets, and let's see how we can hook this up. The final bit here, it's early. Important to get a good entry into this part and then get early on power.
Ooh, little slidey.
And
Yeah.
he's still 3/10 up.
Yeah, but he's gonna lose at least 2/10 with that exit. But let's see if he continues or feels like he should go to the pit and try again. He continues.
Yep. Wonder if he can maybe get up to P4 or something. Let's see what he can do across the line for Terror, and improves, but it's not enough.
He lost the 2/10 I was speaking of with that exit.